Hi there, Montessorians. I'm Camila Campuzano, the Community Manager of Montessori Thrive and Nido Marketing, and I make these videos once a week to help Montessori leaders market their school, grow their enrollments, as well as find connection online. We know that it's lonely at the top, so we hope that our advice can help you. So this week, I'm going to talk about the admissions funnel. This is a model that we've used as marketers to kind of understand the thought process that prospective parents go through and how you can get them from parents who have a need to people who enroll at your school. We're going to break down each step of the way and how you can capitalize and what you should be doing at each step in order to encourage and grow your enrollment at your Montessori school. Let's take a look at the admissions funnel and what you can do so that you can help those prospective parents enroll at your Montessori school. All right, so here you see the Montessori admissions funnel. As you can see, the top level here is the awareness and it ends up in enrollment. And you can see it's made up of various different steps. Your goal as a Montessori leader and marketer is going to be to get people through this funnel to the ultimate goal, enrollment. And as you can see, the reason why we use a funnel is we know that we lose parents along the way. There are other schooling methods. They might be choosing a different path for their child. But what can you do at each stage to make sure that parents understand your mission, they are with your mission, and that they're the right fit for your school and ultimately enroll? Let's talk about awareness. This is the first stage, and this is just to get people to know about Montessori and to be aware of your school. This is the easiest stage to grab people's attention. It's also going to be where you're dealing with the most amount of people, and then they're going to start, depleting as you get further down the funnel. This is where you really need to be aware of the parents' needs, not necessarily your solution just yet. Your solution is very specific. At this point, the parents just need somewhere to put their child, whether that's a daycare, a school, a nanny. They just need childcare. They need that need fulfilled. So focus on that first. This is also going to be your most nebulous stage. This is, again, the biggest part of the funnel. So you're going to be dealing with parents of all backgrounds, parents that have different needs. So you're going to have a lot of people drop off. Don't worry. You want to make sure you're finding the right families anyways who are really aligned with your mission and love Montessori. This is where thought leadership is going to really set you apart. You need to be the one educating families. This is why having a blog on your website is so valuable during this time. Letting people know what Montessori really is, smashing those misconceptions, and them learning that from you is really going to be the key here to set you apart from the rest. They want to learn from you, and you want that to happen so that then you become an authority on that, and they trust and rely on you. This is where you're really speaking to their pain points as well. You know what they need. You know that they need childcare. You know that they need a solution to a problem that they're dealing with. So speak to that, and then you can focus in on the benefits and those aspects of Montessori. So this is what you really want to be aware of during this stage, and also have a great website. Next, we have the interest phase of the admissions funnel. This is where parents are really examining all of their options. They understand their need and they're aware that you're there. Now they're comparing you to different models, whether that's Waldorf, a traditional school, or a daycare, depending on their needs. This is where educating parents on Montessori can really set you apart. And this should really be your goal during the interest phase of the admissions funnel. So here is where you really want to focus on having a great website. You really want to focus on giving parents opportunities to engage with your content and learn about Montessori directly from you. There is a lot of value to this. That is because when parents learn information about Montessori from you directly, you become an authority, you establish trust, and they learned it from you. So that sets you apart from other schools that they may be considering in the future. So it's great to focus on that. At this stage, parents are asking them those cocktail party questions. It's very surface level. It's simply, do you meet their needs? Are you solving the problem? What are you about? So that is what you're dealing with during the interest phase. As I mentioned, you really want to focus on educating those families, That's going to push them over to the next stage, which is consideration. During the consideration stage, this is where parents are really researching models within in Montessori. So they're looking at different Montessori programs in their area. Maybe they have already decided that that's going to be the path for them. This is where you might be getting some ghost engagements. People are going on your website, they're looking through things. Lead magnets can be really fantastic during this stage. It ties in perfectly with the need for parent education, which is really going to be a big focus throughout the admissions funnel from top to bottom. You should really be focusing on parent engagement. You should be focusing on parent education and becoming a thought leader. This is going to help you across the board. Lead magnets are a great choice for this. I made an earlier video about different lead magnets that you can include in your website, but this is a way for parents to get some valuable information and takeaways to help them make a difficult decision. So you can include this in your website. This is a free way for your school to get parents excited to learn about Montessori and for them to learn about it directly from you. So have that in mind during this stage. After consideration comes intent. This is where parents are going to first contact you and they're going to show you that they are interested in engaging with you and talking with you and hearing out what else you have to offer. This is where parents are really going to be looking at social proof. This is why it's important to have testimonials on your website. This is what can really set your school apart during the stage. They want to see how you have helped other people who've been in their shoes and have had similar problems. So this is an important thing to include during this stage. Have plenty of testimonials on your website on different pages as well. Don't be afraid to hold back on that and include it. You should most certainly be asking for social proof or testimonials from parents always, year round, because it's valuable and it's definitely important in your marketing. This is also where you really want to have those clear calls to action. It's extremely beneficial for you to have a very clear call to action to schedule a tour. This is key in our website design. We always include this on our homepage and on our navigation bar so that parents know where they can schedule a tour and they understand that scheduling a tour is really going to be how they are going to have the best experience and knowledge of the school. As Montessorians, we know that nothing sells Montessori like having prospective parents come into the classroom. When they see the environment, when they see the children focusing on their work, it is transformative. So you really want to have clear calls to action during this stage. Whether that's in your digital ads or on your website, make sure to direct parents to what they should be doing so that they can properly engage with you. Now, once they've engaged with you, they've learned about Montessori through you, they're going to move over to the next stage, which is kind of the clencher. And this should really be a huge focus for all Montessori schools. So now we're on the evaluation stage of the admissions funnel. This is probably the most high pressure one. This is the stage that you're really going to be engaging with that family face to face. It's probably the one that we thrive at the most because as Montessorians, I think we all really value that face to face interaction when parents can see our classrooms, they can see our mission come to life. That is so important and going to be ultimately the key in their decision-making process. It also helps you evaluate them as a prospective parent because you need to make sure they're the right fit and they are indeed aligned with what you're doing at your school. If you can sense that a parent just wants a daycare, they're just worried about where they're going to leave their child while they work, they're not really interested in the philosophy, they might not be the right fit for you. So it goes both ways. You're evaluating them as well. So this is a really fun and exciting stage. Tours and observations are really key here. What I recommend is to really look at your tour process. Look at how you're receiving parents. Make sure that it's flexible for them. Make sure that you're welcoming. If you can offer virtual tours, that's great, especially for parents who have really busy schedules. You might have some lesser turnover when it comes to having the virtual tour option. You want to make sure you're following up with them, whether you're using SMS or email, remind them that they have an appointment with you to come in for a tour, ask them how the tour was, follow up with them. All of this is key during that evaluation process. Keep your school top of mind to these prospective parents and have a great experience. Nurturing is really at the forefront here. You want to make sure that parents are heard, their questions are answered, and you're providing valuable information that's going to help them make a difficult decision about their child's future. You also want to break down for them the admissions process. This is an important part of their evaluation process. If you have a really complicated admissions process and it's just too much for the parent, let them know. Let them know so they can manage their expectations. They understand what's expected of them as a parent here, because all of this is information that they will need to evaluate so they can decide if they are the right fit for your school. So there's lots of things to consider here. As I mentioned, what I would really recommend is focus on that nurturing nature here. You want to be kind, you want to answer questions, you want to have a listening ear, and also evaluate these parents for yourself. Finally is the enrollment stage. This is exciting. We are at a point where a parent has chosen you. They've gone all the way from awareness, just knowing about Montessori and that your school exists, to trusting you, learning from you, loving what you do, loving your mission, and now choosing to enroll. This is where it's time to over-deliver. This is really where they're going to make that lasting impression. How was my enrollment process? Manage their expectations. Hand them a parent handbook during the stage, explain the enrollment process thoroughly, answer all of their questions. It's great to have an open door policy during this time. Don't spread yourself too thin, but definitely make sure that you're available. And yeah, like I said, managing those expectations are important. You want to make sure that parents know that children take time to settle into an environment, that you're there to help them phase into the Montessori space. You're there to help the parents throughout the enrollment process, whether it's forms that they need to fill out, how to prepare for that first day of school, etc. This is also an important stage where you can ask those families how you can improve this entire process. Ask them, how was your experience with our tours? How was our enrollment experience? Do you feel that you needed more support in any area? It's important to get this feedback so that you can refine the way that you do things and you can make sure the admissions funnel is working smoothly and effectively. At all points, it's important to focus on that parent education. Have a great website with great content so that parents can constantly engage with you and have strong communication tactics. This is key to helping parents get from that early awareness stage to the enrollment stage. So that's basically summarizing the admissions funnel and kind of how you can be capitalizing on those prospective parents engaging with your school at each point. It's important to really focus on having great marketing strategies at every step of the way. There are several things you can be implementing, such as email nurtures, having a great website, and just having great content, whether that's on your school website or to offer parents when they come in for a tour. Your aim should always be to be a thought leader in the Montessori space. You're the authority on Montessori for those parents. You have value that other schools may not be able to offer, and you are there for them if they have any questions or needs. This should be at the forefront of your strategy at all time during the Montessori admissions funnel. We love looking at this as marketers because it's important to understand what parents are thinking at each step of the way so that you can meet their needs. As Montessorians, we're great at observing and meeting the needs of others. This is where marketing can really tie in with our philosophy. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to check out our other marketing videos, we produce Montessori marketing videos once a week. I'll be back next week with another video to help you grow your enrollment and lead your school. Until then, have a great week.